Good afternoon. Good afternoon and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing so fine. So I really needed to jump on this live video because it's very important, right? um, you know, there's been a lot since this past few days, weeks, and even months, right? And it's just this particular thing I really want to address, but I don't want to just bore you guys with a lot of stories. And the very reason I'm making this video is because I'm also trying to bring a solution to the problem I'm seeing around. Okay, it's easy for us to blame the government, blame our parents, blame the people that are meant to know better, or people that occupy a certain level of leadership, people that we think knew better, people that we thought that would make our life better in a sense, because we thought these people are leaders, these people are fathers, these people love us, they have our best interests at heart. These people can be our parents, it could be spiritual leaders, it could be people in the politics, in the probably in the country or in your state or in your local governments, whichever, right? I believe these people should have our best interests at heart whenever they are planning something, whenever anything needs to be done in terms of education, in terms of investing in us, in terms of creating opportunities, in terms of allowing us fly and soar as far and wide as we want to go. And as young people, especially as youth, teenagers, we sometimes get disappointed when these people that we thought should be our guiding lights, these people that are really meant to hold our hands, are really nowhere to be found. And sometimes we are left to wonder by ourselves, we are left to figure out things by ourselves, we are left to make things work by ourselves. And when we eventually fail at these things, the society blames us for failing. And because we find it difficult to find example, we find it difficult sometimes to access opportunities, we find it difficult to get to that place we really want to get to. And if this had happened to you as children, most of us, we dream, we have big dreams, what we want to be, what we want to do, where we want to live, the kind of life we want to live in the next, say, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of our lives. Some of us, our beaks are so, even as children, we're so wide and scary. We think unimaginable things. We dream of things that in the normal world people will ask you, like, okay. And we were not afraid of dreaming because we saw possibilities in these things. But in the reality of things, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, we do not, this thing seems so far-fetched from us. It looks so unattainable. In fact, looks almost impossible. And that is because most of the time we do not have that person, or let me say that people that will help us, guide us, coach us, mentor us into what we envision we should be. And I've seen a lot of young people make mistakes that they shouldn't have made, and by the virtue of what I do, and part of what I do, I reaching out to young people, especially teenagers. I have this soft spot for teenagers ministry wise, do a lot of things for them, outreach and all of that. So almost every day I interact with teenagers. I, in my DMs, in physical interactions, in different sorts. And sometimes I see them make mistakes that could have been averted. I see them make mistakes. I see them fall into errors that shouldn't have been made. I see them do things that, yeah, it looks like they are sorry for making those mistakes now, but this mistake could have been averted, and eventually they have to pay for this mistake they've made. So no matter how so much I love them, they still need to go through the consequences of those actions. And because of this burden, I started this free mentorship session, with some of them. I handpicked some of them in my space. It started January. We started, meeting every week. I give them weekly tasks, and we've been talking back to back. And these past few weeks, not from them, from still my engagement with other teenagers, and I just to see some of these issues. I'm trying my best, as a big sister to to help, because one of the things I will have to. Okay, I think we're back. Yeah. So as I was saying, while growing up, one of the very vital thing that helped me in going through that phase as a teenager, as a young person, was because there were strategic people in my life. There was just this man that was just sent to my life as a mentor, as a coach. Taught me a lot of things that I know right now, in leadership, in finance, in marriage, in relationship, in education, in all of these things. And I'm like, yeah, I was so fortunate, right? And that brought me to start thinking, wow, probably most teenagers now, or some people now, don't have that privilege I had, right? Having these kind of people in my space. So that was why I started the free mentorship for teenagers. We have this closed WhatsApp group that I send, things for them. I share things with them from time to time, and once every week we have a live meeting. We talk and we discuss on the issues I give them to, so this is me making it public now, because I think enough of all these things I'm saying. So I'm just making it public because I just unpicked some of the teenagers in my space. This is just a public invite to every young person out there. You might not necessarily be a teenager, probably you're a young person as well, and you're looking for that, because mentorship now, coaching now, as a coach myself, sometimes you really want to have access to these people and you have questions. Yeah, I know there's that kind of coaching and mentorship that you don't need to have the physical interaction with this person. You just need to just follow them up and read their books and all of that. But what you need is someone that can be like that accountability person for you, that can help you along the way. I'm not promising a lot of things, right? But as much as I can, trying my best, as we've been doing it since January. And you just want that space, right? You want that grooming, community that will help you. And so just to give an highlight of things we do, our conversations and discussion cut across growth, all round growth, actually, spiritually, in the area of finances, in the area of leadership, in the area of relationship management, communication, anything you can think of, sex, we talk about skills. I share opportunities with them. Probably I saw something or something they could apply for, some certification they could do, anything that I know benefits you. And we do book reviews, we read books together, we do stuff together. I share invite of some events that I know can help them grow in different area, because some of them are into IT, some of them are into fashion and all of that. So it's just the way, it's just a community of young people, because I just really want to try as much as possible to play my part as much as I can to this generation. I'm seeing a lot, and I know it's as a result of the shortcoming of the older generation. The gap is that access to other people's process, access to other people's, sometimes when we even have the opportunity to meet these people doing so well in their field or in whatever thing they are doing, and they're like, oh, it is God though, but you just want to hear more, you have questions to ask, or probably that just some personal things you're dealing with. So could be some weaknesses, some addictions. Let's do those things together, because I understand, in as much as we have we have a platform, a prayer platform for teenagers. We pray for them every day. This is how it is really in my heart. We pray for teenagers every day, 1 hour every day. So in as much as we are doing that, we're also trying our best to put in the work to see how we can counsel, how we can coach and mentor. So if this is you looking for, it's a free mentorship. Trust me, it's free. All I need is your attention and your open heart. That is all that is needed. That is all that is needed. So we have a WhatsApp group that we meet from time to time, and once every week we come on live. But during the week there are a lot of tasks, a lot of things you need to do, things I share with you and all of that. But once every week like this, I come live, you ask me any question, we talk about what we've been going through for the tasks I gave for the week, or something that happened during the week that I needed. Even aside when we do meet, you have access to me, and trust me, anything that I cannot personally give a recommendation to, or something that I cannot personally help you with, that I know that you need a professional in that area, I have, by the privilege, I have some people in my space that I can recommend you to, that will be more than willing to support and help you. So probably in the area of your career, in the area of your academics, in any area at all. So if I thought of dropping the link to the group. I'm not going to do that, because I just don't want you to just, just click on. It's possible. I also want serious-minded people, because this is what I do for. This is me doing it for free. So I want people that to do this, right? So what you will do is send me a DM. I'm not going to be dropping any link for you to click on to join the group, because any link will lead you to the WhatsApp group. So just send me a DM and we'll just take it from there. I'll just probably, if I feel like, ask you 1 or 2 questions. Why do you want to join? As simple as that. So just send me a DM telling me why you want to join this group and why you think it should benefit you. And if I'm convinced enough, I'll send you the link to the WhatsApp group. So whether you're listening to this on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, anywhere, so just send me a DM. So I'll try as much as possible throughout this week to check through all my DMs, right? To check through all my DMs. So as much as I'm able to get convinced by your why, I'll send you the direct link to the WhatsApp. So I hope this helps, and you can also share this with probably a young person, around you. And I'm coming out boldly to share this, because the teenager handling since January, in this mentorship platform, I've been seeing changes. That's why I can come to do this. This is April, and I know when they started, I knew what they look like, and now I can begin to see changes even in their way of reasoning, right? So it's going to be a place of mind shift, a place of mind revamping, a place where you get to see the words clearer and better, get cancel, and see that to your parts. I'm not saying this as someone that knows it all, but out of the much that I have, I'm more than willing to give to you. So if this is really going to benefit you, or someone that is really going to benefit, let the person send a message, a direct message to any of my platform, on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. Alright then, thank you so much, and you have a blessed week.